Have not gotten back to it. So, he's back there. So now he's retelling the story. And so now I have to come up and conceive. Or you have to wait to see what I conceive of why only 10 years. Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
So yeah. Oh man, I should have been reading this more. It went faster than I wanted it to, I think.
That's all right.
It's always a little choppy. Actual handwritten and stuff, you know, how makes that.
Well, that's what makes it fun. That's what makes it enjoyable and fun.
I hope so. Oh, somebody likes this. So I had fun with you ever played the game And Then What Happened?
Yes.
So my dad used to play that with us on road trips and around campfires, etc. And I turned it into an English assignment with AI, where you'd write a part of a story and then you asked AI and then what happened. I was geeking out on it. It's super fun for me.
Yeah, that's good.
So I'm sure if I just started ad-libbing stuff, I could probably tell a story right now without writing it and continue the story.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes that is easier to do.
Well, and that's what I would always do. Like, I like to write Shakespearean poetry.
Oh, yeah?
And so I've always liked... So I have, like, all the works of Shakespeare in, like, one book.
Okay.
Got for Christmas once.
Cool.
And I... So, yeah, like, I like to write in his...
Wow.
I don't even know what that means. Pentameter? Is that what it is? I don't know what it is.
He does iambic pentameter.
Yeah, and so it's like I've written...
Some sonnets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that kind of stuff. And I write it in a way that, you know, in the best way that I can. Obviously, it's probably garbage, but you know, it's fine.
Would you share on here?
I would. I need to find one that I did, because there's a couple that I think are not terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, I would.
Sometimes we just need that creative outlet.
Right. I died super fast. Hooray! This episode has been brought to you by Poor Gameplay.
And Malaise.
Malaise.
That's right. Order your bottle of Malaise today. Only $9.95 for your first installment. You can drink a bottle of it. We got cherry, Coke, and now pineapple flavor. That's right.
I like pineapple flavor. I always like pineapple flavoring. I don't know what it is. And I like pineapples too, but pineapple flavoring is just good.
Yeah.
Like pineapple soda, so good.
No,
like the Shasta or whatever it is.
Yeah, no, it's a pineapple pizza.
Ugh, that I don't like.
Wow, really?
Yeah, hate pineapple pizza. I hope whoever invented it never breaks out of hell.
I hated it for a while.
Can't do it.
Then I really enjoyed it. I would put pineapple on it.
That makes me sad. Yeah. You know what I would really like someone to do? You know how they like, because I love sugar and dessert.
Yeah.
And but I'm always struggled with like the mixing of the two flavors. Mm-hmm. But I would love for someone to make like a pineapple pizza dessert. Like, you know how they make like the cherry? Yeah. Oh, so good. Basically a cherry pie, but pizza. So good. I would love...
Don't they put like a pineapple in like ambrosia?
What's ambrosia?
It's like that fruit salad, like with whipped.
Oh, yes, they do. Yeah. I'm thinking like do like candied pineapple and like some kind of like jelly. Like so like the cherry kind of pizza, so like pie filling out of pineapple. Yeah. It's not like pineapple candy, but candied. Well,
it right? Seems like you should be. You just do this on your own. I'm
not creative enough.
You are. All you got to do is go get like a great value pizza crust, right? Put your like pie filling jam on there.
But what's pineapple? There's not pineapple pie. You need pineapple. Like you need someone to make like pie filling that's pineapple.
Just make it yourself.
I don't know how to do that.
Well, I don't know. You just experiment. I mean, I think you just
experiment.
Look, this is what I would do.
I will say, my son, he was like, let's put raspberries in cookies, and my wife's like, okay, so she did it. Awesome.
Yeah.
Like so good, so good. I think it was like either Snickerdoodles or Sugar Cookie.
Yeah.
And then it was like real raspberries in it. So freaking good.
Yeah.
And it's like, Jamie, what have you stumbled upon, you genius?
That's like those.
I knew I loved you.
Yeah, that's like those Smushums. You ever do those? Is that what they're called? It's where you get the Pillsbury
Smushums.
dough, like croissant stuff in the tube, and then you go to a campfire and they make these special it looks like a marshmallow roasting stick with a wooden marshmallow at the end. You form the dough around that thing, and then you fill different pie fillings, Nutella and stuff in there, and then you bake it over the fire,
Right.
and then you eat it. It was really good. I've only done it once, but it was good.
Well, the other thing is too is like if anyone knows how to make desserts, just think of however you would make a pineapple dessert, but then make it into a pizza. That's what I want someone to do.
Would it just have pineapple on it, or would you have other things?
No, just like whatever. So I'm sure there's like pineapple desserts, right?
Yeah.
There's someone has made some kind of
Pineapple
pineapple
upside down
desserts. Yeah, things like that, right? So take that idea and then make it into something that would be good on a pizza, just like they did. Because like the cherry one is basically like the cherry, and it's kind of like the pie. It tastes kind of like the pie filling.
Yeah.
And then they usually put like brown sugar on it. It's so good. The
Yeah.
apple one is really good. So just do that. So basically make whatever the apple was, however you make the apple pie filling stuff, whatever it is they put on the pizza, do that with pineapple.
Yeah.
And let's see how it rolls.
That'd be pretty good.
Don't you think? Don't you think that would be
I
good?
mean, if I were going to do something like now, I mean, I'd probably do, just like make a pizza crust. Maybe put some kind of.
And is it normal pizza crust? Or is it special pizza crust that's like dessert pizza crust?
I
would think it would be a little different.
At Mazio's, I think we just use thin crust. But what you do.
Yeah, it's never like thick.
But what I would do, right, if I'm thinking of the past or just like in my mind right now, so if you were to do that, I would probably just make it regular, maybe perforate it a little bit, put some butter on it, maybe cinnamon and sugar.
Yeah.
Do some kind of
good so far.
Some kind of topping. I don't know what it would be yet. I don't know if you'd like mix different fruits or something. Some kind of other maybe like pie filling. And since I don't know how to make
peach, let's make a peach one, bro. Like a
peach
peach cobbler pizza. Yes.
Peach pineapple.
Yes.
Okay, and so yeah, then you would then I'd probably get peach pie filling to lay the base. And then maybe I'd put like a pineapple with like whipped cream or something together.
Yeah.
Or like so bake the peach stuff first with the crust, and then put that pineapple stuff over it, and then whatever you do for cobbler, put that on top, and then maybe some brown sugar. No, you'd have to bake the brown sugar on top of it.
I'm telling you, we've just fixed the world. If everyone would just eat our delicious thing that we just came up with,
yeah,
no one would hate anyone ever again. And that would be the only requirement.
Yeah.
If you eat this, you have to dedicate yourself to the edification of other people in every way, shape, or form, no matter who they are or what they are. Boom, we fixed it.
Yeah. It's like in my other fix,
Done.
Hamas hummus.
Hamas. Anyways, before we get canceled for the rest of all time,
before we get Hezbollah,
oh my gosh,
in Mike's basement,
there's another one.
Just edit that out when you do the recording. Nobody's listening to us live anyway.
Of course, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take the time to do that.
Find the spot at the minute between 1:12 and 1:13. Just edit out anything I'm saying.
Jeez. Well, and that's why we specifically choose not to. I think if we actually had more influence, maybe I would talk about more political stuff.
I don't know.
Maybe not, because maybe it would matter, maybe it wouldn't matter, but it's like, I don't really want to talk about political stuff.
Nah, because I mean, it's,
Because you know what? You know whose opinion doesn't matter about political stuff? Everybody's. So, and I'm a part of everybody.
So yeah, I mean, it really feels surreal that we have all these people making all these decisions that seemingly affect our lives, or can, you know, or don't if you don't pay attention. And does it end up the same? Right? I mean, like, political parties are a mess. They're stupid and they're idiotic. And this whole thing with the Speaker of the
Run by
House,
demagogues.
just boners.
Yeah.
Complete.
Yeah. Every single one of it. Oh, I agree.
So yeah, they totally.
Well, and that's why it's not even worth talking about, because it's like, that's what's so frustrating, because it's like, okay, let's talk about it. To what end?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
no one cares, like, what I think or who I think the Speaker of the House could be. Like, is that gonna persuade anybody?
And I literally can't do anything, because what I did do was vote in the last midterm election.
Yeah.
And all you have to do is hope that representative does what you would like. And I could call, but a lot of other people call, and the phone lines are always slammed.
Yeah.
You know? And in the end, they could or could not. And how many voices are they trying to listen to? And how many people dislike them for whatever reason? For whatever stories they hear, because, you know, is it actually even happening?
Right. Well, and that's the thing, because it's like, so you have a group of constituents, let's just say it's like 100 for the sake of argument, and you're like, okay, 50 of them say I should do this, and the other 50 say I should do that, so what do I do?
Yeah.
And you're just like, well, that sucks.
Or it could be 99 and the 1, but the 99 are just like, I trust this guy, and they never say anything, and the one guy calls, and it's like, oh man, he might represent all other 99. I better do what this guy says because he's motivated enough to call. And everybody's just like, well, what did you do that for?
Right.
Because everybody's so
It's all a game. It's all a game of like, and the thing is because of the way our system is built, like it's a game of how do I stay in the longest? What do I need to do, say, act like to keep my power and authority and blah, blah, blah. And sadly, for a lot of, you know, Gadiant and robbers, bro, like Nancy Pelosi being worth the millions of dollars she's worth, like no one saw that as a problem, huh? And all the people who keep voting her in, like, you guys just, that's okay, huh?
Right.
Cool. Like,
The aspect,
awesome.
The aspect that they vote themselves raises, they're not on the same health care. They don't have to worry about SEC charges. They can do insider trading. What?
Right.
I mean, no. They shouldn't live around Washington, D.C. They should be getting paid, you know, not
Teacher salary?
maybe at best. The founders wanted them to earn a pittance. Okay? That's no big thing. A pittance is a big word for hardly any money.
Right.
Because as soon as you do, also obvious, never should have been a thing.
Yeah. And the thing is we should take care of this. We literally should know, and we all know it, and then we still don't get anything done.
Yeah. And
we still don't change it.
Well,
it never changes.
That's like Mark Levin's point of like convention of states, because that's the only way you can do it. And if I were to do that, you know, the 2 amendments I would pass would be get rid of the amendments to the way we elect senators and federal income tax. Because those were not part of the Constitution. They changed that. So people are just like, well, America doesn't work, capitalism doesn't work. It's like, well, we haven't tried it in a long, long time, so none of us actually know if it actually works.
Right. No, and that's what's frustrating.
Yeah. And then
and then you get an argument. It's like, of course we try capitalism. And it's like, no, like, if you truly understand what that word means, it's like, you know that's not true.
Yeah, and let's call it the free market, which is probably a better term than capitalism. Because it's so, you know, because that is capitalism, I actually believe, if I'm correct, is a Marxist term.
Yeah, well, and it's just like whenever they say things like Reaganomics, like that's a totally Democrat, like that was a term that they came up with to...
Just like Bidenomics, thank you.
Right.
We don't have to come up with such a horrible thing like Obamacare, which never seemed to have affected anybody. I mean, in the sense that maybe we shouldn't do this.
Right.
So I think they did the trajectories on like increase of healthcare costs, and it has been worse than if it was going to go on a similar trajectory without it. Right. Yay!
Hooray for us! We're in the best position ever.
But maybe, I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, if going back to the more spiritual and the less contentious side, and the less divisive side, hopefully, would be that Yes, thank goodness. And we get to be here to not only witness it, but hopefully to herald it in. You know,
Yeah.
because like I ran into those guys, they're looking for the Wealth of Mom, you know, or the 13th Caliphate or whatever it is, right? And they're dedicated to bringing in the end times for them, right? And you know, it's really interesting when you talk about Gog and Magog. I guess that's like Russia and I think Iran, and now they're allies. Oh, good news.
Interesting.
It's good news on the Revelation front if you're a big Revelations fan.
Right.
Anyway, fun stuff. You know, when I taught current events to the students, that doesn't help them. But they're already, a lot of them already think that the world's going to die and that we're killing it. And just like,
No,
It's just like-
it would definitely outlive us anyways.
yeah, what kind of hubris do we think that we have that we're that great? You know,
Right.
that is one of the things, you know, we are less than the dust of the earth, as the scriptures say.
Right.
And if we could remember that, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, what's kind of interesting about so there's like different paths that I'm taking,
Mm-hmm.
you know, as you've noticed. So this one is Dracula's Castle, obviously. This is one of the DLCs. And
Mm-hmm.
as you go through it, you're seeing these, you know, you're seeing some of these different nods to things that were in Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, it's pretty fun. I like stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought this game was gonna be different, and it's not that I'm like disappointed in this game,
Yeah.
but I am kind of just good to. I am gonna be
To
happy
move
to
on.
just move on from it and play a game that I actually will probably be pretty good at, which will be Spider-Man, because I've
Is
been
it-
good at every one of the games that those fools have
Is it
made.
because it doesn't have the story and like an endpoint, or it does?
Yeah.
Or...
Like, I play video games for story.
Yeah.
Like, that's literally why I do it. And like, YouTube is kind of funny now because like I don't even really need to play games anymore
Yeah.
because of YouTube. I can just watch them. So then what I end up doing is like, okay, oh jeez, I didn't even know what was going on there. What I do now is like I only buy the games that I really want,
Mm-hmm.
and or games that like I can play with my kids, because I feel like I'm hoping that the more that I share with my kids, the more I have things to do with them, will kind of help bring some of the melancholy to an end,
Yeah.
and kind of help me out that way. At least that's what I'm hoping for. And so, so then that's kind of my tact that I've decided to use of like, okay, I'm only gonna use my money for the games I really want, you know, and this streaming gives me reasons to do that too, and that's really why I coach, is because my coaching money pays for the streaming stuff.
Yeah.
So like that's how I pay for the mics and for the covers that I just bought, and if I need anything else, so like for games, and so that's kind of why I coach, is to help pay for that, and then that way I don't have to use money, you know, or essentially like my family's money to pay for this.
Yeah.
I'm using extra money that I earn by doing extra work, if that makes sense. And hopefully this will eventually lead us to being able to do it itself. Like, I'd be even happy to a point where it provided its own, you know, that it provided for itself, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I would be stoked to be at that point. But yeah, Spider-Man 2, like, I love the stories. That's like, instead of reading books, I played games, but it was because that's what I loved. Like,
Yeah.
that's why I usually really gravitate towards games that are called like RPGs, or what they're called.
Oh yeah.
And oh my gosh, this guy, I hate you.
Sorry.
I know I was so involved. No, I don't want to preserve. Okay, and so, yeah, like, this game it's good. I like the art. It's giving me a lot of different ideas for the game I want to make.
Oh, cool.
And so that's good. But I don't think this kind of roguelite is my thing. Like,
Yeah.
I like there to be more purpose in every action I take. I don't like the idea of like playing one thing. Like, I don't like that I now died and now I'm going to go back. Like, I'm not kind of about this.
Yeah.
There's other roguelites that I've heard that are pretty good. So like
It's a bit
Pokemon,
frustrating.
someone made a roguelite, ROM hack. So I would like to play that, but I think that's maybe just because I like Pokemon. I think it kind of makes more sense to me.
Yeah.
But, that's okay. This is the only roguelite I've ever played. And it's not terrible. If I played it more, maybe if I dedicated more to it, then I would be better. But I was hoping for more of a classic Metroidvania that was like what we played with Symphony of the Night.
Yeah.
And I was hoping that DLC was more... I just was hoping for a different
More
thing.
storied.
And that's okay. Like, a lot of people love this game. It won, I think it was a Game of the Year candidate, so it's like they did a good job, and like it's really well made. And so it's obviously, if you like roguelites, it's like this is like your game, which is great. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But this not my forte, just like other games are not my forte. Like, lots of Americans especially love them some sports games, and that's not my forte, even though I really like sports. Like, I only really one sports game I've ever really liked. That was NCAA football.
Super Tecmo Bowl.
Super Tecmo
That
Bowl.
was my brother's game.
But yeah, Spider-Man should come on Friday. So next time we are together, we'll be playing Spider-Man 2.
Cool.
It's made by the same people that made the Batman Arkham series, and the Arkham series might be the best series ever made.
Wow.
And that's saying something. There's a lot of games I real like.
It's got a
They're
lot to live
really
up to
good.
then.
Oh yeah. And I'm pretty sure they're making a Wolverine also. So like,
Oh wow.
they finished the Arkham series and just masterpieces. So there was 3 that they made, and then they licensed it out for another one that made like a prequel. And I love the prequel too. That's not the best of them, but the prequel is really good too. Like, if they had only made that one game, like, it would have been the 10 out of 10 of that series. But because it was like the 3rd and it was a prequel, so it's like 3.5, I guess you would call it.
Yeah.
Then it's kind of different, but it was still really good. And those games I loved so much that I completed them, meaning I did everything that you possibly could do to 100% completion. So like, I played the crap out of those games. I didn't get trophies, so I guess if you're a completionist and you do trophy track,
Yeah.
I guess I didn't do that, but I could do that. When it says 100% or whatever, like sometimes like 102%, because like they do DLC or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by complete, and I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Maybe one day I'll try and get the platinum. But sometimes platinums are not worth it. Some are, not all. Some are not worth it at all.
Yeah.
But the game I was talking about, the Final Fantasy game, that's another 7, the remake that's coming out. That's another one of the games that I very much adore. And that's another one of the top ones. And then Metal Gear Solid Collection came out, and that's the other one. So those are my top 3 series of all time. And so I'm just like, Final Fantasy VII is not really a series, but it was 3 discs on the PS1. So that's huge. That's gigantic. And the PS5 game that's coming out is going to be 2 discs. That's gigantic.
Wow.
You would never expect a modern game to have to be on 2 discs.
Yeah.
And partly it had to be on multiple discs because they didn't have like the internet to like in the way that it is now for gaming, where all DLCs are just sent through online servers.
Yeah.
So it does make it different, but yeah, I'm super excited for that, and I'm excited for the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which is the second game of this remake cycle that they're doing. They're making 3 of them. That's coming out in February, and so one of you two are going to do that one, and then the other one is going to do the OG Final Fantasy VII that started it all. And yeah, and we're going to play them simultaneously. So I think that'll be kind of fun.
Cool.
Yeah. I think so. I have good ideas ish. And maybe if we play a game that like just barely released, maybe that will,
Yeah.
you know, help us out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate the slow clap. That's good.
Yeah. Well,
Because honestly, like we're playing Dead Cells, and when I turned it on, it literally said 38 people viewing.
oh
So
yeah.
only 38 people of all the millions that are watching Twitch.
Yeah. Only 38.
Only 38 of those people are watching Dead Cell.
Oh wow.
Whereas like Pokemon Unite, it's like 14,000 or something.
Oh dang.
So like we had someone come on while I was playing Pokemon Unite with Tyler, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I was just trying to." They were getting ideas, and I'm like good at that game. I make master rank constantly, and so I was showing it. He wanted to be a Pikachu main, and I was showing him how to do that because one of my mains is Pikachu as well, and I was showing him some tips and stuff. And, you know, so he liked it, enjoyed it, thought it was good. So I was like, oh, well, good. And he followed, so now we have 96 followers. Yay! We're almost to 200. Right? Right.
So close. That's good math. He math teacher.
Me math teacher. Me not math teacher for long, let's be honest. I just need a stay-at-home job. I need to just become I just need to become a coder and just code all day. That sounds wonderful to me. That sounds like the perfect life. Just do my tasks. People leave me alone. As I work from home, I can edit all the videos that need to be edited too.
I think some kind of agriculture, being at home, and kind of yard work, that sort of stuff is what I would be.
Well, we should find you a job to do that, bro.
Well, not right now because my back is hurting and
My back hurts. Yeah, you're old.
and I need to go
Stop
home
doing stuff like that.
and ice it if I can. And
Right. I will kill these enemies, or they will kill me, and then we will call it a day.
thank you. 'Cause it just froze up.
Trying to find a place
I think
where-
it's because
He's got to do stuff that he don't want to share with people.
I think it's all
Ah.
coalescing on my back.
Could be. All right. We love you all. You
Thank
all
you,
are
everybody.
beautiful people. Thank you for listening.
Our one self.
Or one whoever. You are great and wonderful. Come unto Christ, for he is our salvation.
That's why we don't have any followers, because they're like, these guys talk about